Hanging on to the warm temperatures. Now, we're going to get, for some areas, a little warmer by the time we head into the weekend even. But then we have some big changes in the forecast spots, though, that we'll see maybe a little bit more in the way of some low 90s heading into this afternoon. So today is going to be a bit on the warm side. Next week, we're still seeing some changes in terms of chances of rain. So we're going to talk about that and the latest updates in just a bit here. John, Rachel, back to you.
Okay, Brianna, thank you.
So we'll see what happens. We are expecting a little bit more in the way of marine layer by tomorrow. So it's going to be a little bit of a mixed bag the next few days in terms of temperatures and marine layer clouds. We're not expecting any huge day-to-day changes over the next couple days, though, but we can say we are staying warm. At 60 degrees over into Glendale, and then you can see some more of that marine layer and some fog as we head down into the Irvine area. Yesterday was pretty patchy, and so I think we can maybe expect more of the same today. And you can see some of that here as we look a little closer to the coastline. So especially if you are near Santa Monica and then all the way down into the South Bay. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Covina a little cooler at about 52 degrees, 59 in Chino Hills. And then we have about 61 in Fullerton. And also, so this high pressure is still here over Texas and in northern Mexico, and it's going to stay here through the weekend, but it's going to start to break down a little bit by the time we head into Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesdays when we can expect some pretty big changes, and that's going to come in the form of at least a really big cool down, and then we also have some chances of rain, and now it's looking a little better again on the model today. They have been so back and forth on this system, but it does look like we will at least get something next week. So I would plan, it looks like now sometime between the Tuesday through Thursday time frame. So looking at Tuesday, this nice trough takes place over the west, and we start to see it looks like mostly light precipitation for Southern California. I think San Luis Obispo will get at least some higher rainfall totals. And then it's going to be very iffy, maybe anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. So stay tuned as we get closer. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything too significant, though. A lot of this weather staying up into Northern California and the Pacific Northwest. And then we do head into the end of next week and the weekend, and we start to warm back up. But it's still going to be on the warm side. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when we start to see these temperatures dip down to some low 70s. So it's going to be some sweater weather with some mid 60s, about 66 degrees next Tuesday, Wednesday. So cooler weather on the way. We're going to have your mountains and desert forecast coming up here in just a bit. John, back to you.
Thanks, Brianna.